Hello. Test, is this thing on? Hello. Test, is this thing on? Hello, Sunny May. Yes, this is a book indeed. Let me mute myself there for a second. All right, getting some people in. How are you guys? Something is acting up here. Just trying to fix some things before I actually start working on stuff. No, this is Maya 2022. Been using it since 2018. I've never really used Blender, to be fair. It's not really my cup of tea. But I don't. I do know it's pretty good. Like in general, though, like it has plenty of community support. No worries. Okay, should soon be up and going, and we can start actually doing some stuff. Just finalizing some things. I mean, every 3D program is pretty complicated, to be fair. It's just a matter of like finding out what you want to do with it. So like, even though I've been using Maya for like, I don't know, 7-8 years, I still don't really know, like, it's not like I know the software in and out. I only know what I'm good at, which is animation. Like I had no clue how to do like most of the things this program can do. So that's why I have my hobby team with me, so we can like all specialize in different departments, if that makes sense. Source filmmaker. Yeah, I actually tried that out too, but that was way back when it was in like beta or whatever. But I didn't really get into animation until I tried Maya. Or Cinema 4D, actually. I used Cinema 4D too for a... Blender has some limitation compared to Maya, especially in terms of animation, but I think you can achieve most of what you can do with Blender. Yeah, I mean, Blender is definitely a good software too. It's just that it's just a matter of personal taste, I guess. Like you just do whatever fits you and whatever software you're comfortable with. Like if you want to be good at something, you will automatically you will eventually find out how to do stuff. So okay, let's go. Let's see how many people we have. 23 people. Damn, that's a lot. I didn't expect. The cake. Yeah, I mean, I didn't make the cake. That was made by Daedric, which is a member of our hobby team, and he's using Houdini for it, and which is a pretty damn powerful software when it comes to creating special effects. Like if you go into my channel, like all videos past 2020 is essentially that's pretty much when Daedric joined the team, and ever since then we've been able to create some really good VFX for our team. Or for our movies rather. Like before that, I don't know, I try to avoid like any VFX because I simply don't know how to do it. Blender has some limitations compared to Maya, especially in terms of animation, but I think you can achieve most of it. Oh, wasn't that already posted? Oh, sorry, that's an old message. Alright, well, let's try to get some animation going. This is pretty much just a basic... it's a project we've been working on for essentially 3 or 4 months, but we're all pretty busy people nowadays, so we can't really afford, or we don't really have the time to like no-life it like we did before. But yeah, we're all working on our separate things. I'm actually employed as a full-time animator, as a freelancer right now, and when you animate for 8 hours a day, you don't really have time or the energy to do hobby projects afterwards always, so. Hello, Rovened. I hope I pronounced that right. Probably not, but whatever. Hello, Giannini. Giannini Granini. What a name. I get the models from, they're actually raw exports. Like essentially they're just raw exports from WoW Model Viewer, but then we have another guy on the team named Master Vertex who, well, I guess it's a more of a collaborative effort. Like Master Vertex and Daedric both like up-res the models. Like I don't know, it's a bit of a like technical mumbo jumbo, and I'm not really too sure about how they do it, but yeah, in essence they're just WoW models. Did you ever try to get hired by Blizzard for their in-game cinematics? No. Not really. Mostly because... I don't know, it's... Actually, hold on 1 second. Just gotta type something here. Okay, sorry, now I'm back. Let's see what you wrote. Did you ever try to get hired? No, I've never tried to get hired. I've been noticed by Blizzard a couple of times, but I don't know, I don't really think... I just kind of want to do my own thing. On the other hand, like, if they do contact me, but like... it's not like I won't say no. Or I will say no, I guess. Tack så mycket, Lurven. Betyder mycket. Kul att se några svenskar inne också. I don't know about the whole Blizzard thing. I mean, it's been some controversy over the past couple of months, but I think, like most people, there are good people. It's just a few bad eggs, you know. Yeah, we actually do have a Patreon, but I mean, I won't tell you not to go there, but we're so inactive right now that I don't want to force people to go there, or like force people, but you know what I mean. I don't want people to sign up when we essentially are decently inactive right now. But hey, I won't stop you. Gone straight to when? Never. Working in a team to create something bigger is somewhat interesting for both parts. Yeah. I mean, if you work at as big as of a company as Blizzard, then you really do need to know teamwork. Like, you can't just do your own thing. Daniel, I can't really share the rigs specifications. I'm not the rigger. Like, that's for the other guy in my team. You would have to ask him. I really would just not know what I'm talking about. Yeah, breaks are definitely important, especially when you've had like a crunch period. Like, it's really fun to animate if you do it too much, like any other hobby or job or whatever. Like, you can get burned out pretty easily. I'm assuming he means the rig for this model, but yeah. My computer is decently new. I bought it like last year, so anyway. Let's actually try to work, or Spexium has been. Aspiring designer. Yeah, I mean, 3D is a pretty broad subject. Like, I guess you would need to find the actual field of inside 3D you want to do. Like, I specialize in animation, then there's rigging and modeling and all sorts of things. Like, it's very difficult, or I would say next to impossible, to be good at everything in 3D. That's simply not possible. I enjoyed your Blood Elf problems, Undead problems videos, so short. Yeah, those videos are pretty much, I don't know. They're very old, let's just say that. Will you do the other races? For the problem series? I don't think I will make another problem series video. Like, it's a very old concept of mine. Not really anything I aspire to do right now, but who knows. Yeah, Sonny, again, it kind of depends on what you do in 3D. Like, you can't, like, animation doesn't really require that much, like, performance by your PC at all. But when it comes to, like, lighting and rendering and all that, then you really need some good stuff. Or else it will take fucking years. Most of the stuff I do is Illustrator, Photoshop work. Sometimes InDesign if it's required. My gut tells me 3D is 100% the future. If it's the future, I don't really know about that, to be honest. Like, 2D and 3D are both. If we're talking about like animation work and like stuff, then I think both 2D and 3D will do. Like, it's not really. But yeah, that's just my opinion. You should just do what you want to do. I'm not sure about that, Maneki, actually. Again, I'm not the technical guy. I just do the animations. And by the way, do you want me to make like the... because if you look in the down right, that's kind of the camera view. Like the actual camera that the shot will be based in. Do you want me to make that bigger? Or is that a good size? That's awesome, Giannini. Thanks for sharing them. Okay. Let's hope Maya doesn't crash on me tonight. Tends to happen a few times at every session. Okay, good. Then I will keep the window that size. Okay, let's see here. So what I have right now is basically a blocked out scene that I'm splining. Splining essentially means just making it smooth. As you can see, the first part here is pretty smooth already, but this is essentially just blocked. The rest. Any names of the characters you create, like the Blood of Femur you've seen like in many videos? Yeah, most of them have names. I mean, we have let's see, we have Resania, which is his blood elf. We have the gnome, whose name is Oswald. The Draenei, who's Liate. The paladin in my judgment video's name's Donnie. And the rogue is Lucille, etc, etc. So yeah, we do create names for them too. I'll happily share whatever I can, I guess. That's actually pretty slow. I need to. You missed the undead, like in the Gone Astray video. Yeah, it's been a while since I've used undead. Oh. Maybe we don't even need a keyframe here, just need to smooth out the curves a bit. Kind of working off screen here on the graph editor. Maybe it would be a good idea to kind of create a little scene for that too, so you can see me working there, but I don't know. people do seem to like Gone Astray a lot, and I don't know why. It's definitely one of my earlier videos, but no, I used to only animate with a timeline, but yeah, that was a bad habit, and now I can't go animating without the graph editor. It's simply not possible, like if you want to create curves that are smooth and stuff. I mean, I'm still kind of learning everything. Like, I've been animating for many years, but I'm still not really considering myself super good at it. But it's part of the process of being a fun activity for me, to just learn by myself. Something's definitely strange here. It's not too bad. Oh wow, that's... Okay, let's not have her do that. Kind of mumbling for myself. That's all good. It's already a bit better. I think she needs to go a little bit further. Gone Astray fan club. Final Touch really feels like something from Hearthstone. I love it. I wish Blizz could do more Source Athletes. I mean, yeah, I wish Blizzard could do more like not super serious stuff. It's like what they're pretty good at it when it comes to Hearthstone, I would say, but in general, when it comes to WoW, I think the last like fun, and don't quote me on this, but I think the last like quote-unquote fun little thing they did was the level 110 boost thingy. Like, it was Faint Smile, hello. What software are you using, and do you need it with powerful hardware for animations? I'm using Maya, Autodesk Maya 2022. You don't really, and again, it really depends on what you aim to do with it, like in 3D. If you only do animation, then you don't really need that powerful stuff. Hey Box and Jack. Fun to see you here. How are you? Oh, that's fucking terrible. Welcome to the life of an animator. Just looking at the same thing 1,000 hours. Maybe I should link this on my Twitter as well. I don't know. I don't even know how long I will be streaming. It's just a random spontaneous thing. Let's do it, fuck it. Okay, Tweetor. random animation stream. Come. You wanna hang out? Okay, let's see. Giannini. It's actually a shame that so many creators with so much potential couldn't have for the money. Oh yeah, yeah. This kind of stuff really does take a long time. So if you have a busy life like outside of a hobby, then you don't really have much time for a hobby. So like you've seen me do this little action here for like 15 minutes, and imagine how long a fucking animation short does like take. To be fair, I've been kind of talking on the side too, but whatever. Okay, now I know the problem. I am estúpido. If you, for example, use Blender, you can render quite quickly with poor hardware. Eevee's an awesome engine, it's semi-real time. Huh, I didn't know that. I don't really know much about Blender. But yeah, I know it's a good software, that much I know. Hello, Maskis. I can't pronounce that, but hello. Thank God you're always kind of active and still doing videos. Yeah, Bombo is a really talented animator too. Oh, hello Bombo. I mean, we're always kind of in the background just creating videos, so it's just taking a fuck ton of time every time. Especially, I'm sort of a perfectionist, so it really does take its sweet time. I don't want to put out anything I'm not happy over. Let's see here. Great to hear, Box. Glad to see you. Glad to see you here. So you've been kind of getting into 3D as well, if I'm not mistaken. Hello, Nick D. I just wanted to stop by and say I love your videos. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, man. It's super nice to hear. She should be going more this way and also bending a little bit over here. Okay, that's better. Yeah, the cake animation. You would have to ask Daedric about that. He's actually in the chat if you want to ask him. He's the one who made it. But if I recall correct, like we did have some troubles creating that cake. It was a fucking mess, literally. This isn't really turning out good. I think it's some jitters from streaming that's catching up to me, but whatever, I'll just roll with it. Okay. Okay, she shouldn't be. I've been using Blender for character animation, and the project I've been working on has taught me so much. Really trying to work on lip syncing. Yeah, lip syncing can be a real bitch sometimes. It's one of those detailed things that you have to get right, because the lips are something most people will look at. So if that looks wrong, then the whole fucking thing will look wrong. But yeah, glad to see that you're attempting animation. It's always fun to see more animators in the community. Okay. Yeah, Daedric answered the question, but yeah, we're using Redshift. I know your videos has had a big impact when I made a random Blood Elf Mage in Goldraken. Thought myself, have I seen this dude before? Oh, it's the guy from 2. What? Really? In that case, maybe it's Daedric. I don't know. I don't even play the game, so. But yeah, that's fun to hear. Thanks, Lurven. Ha det bra. Tack för att du kollade in. Yeah, Box, but just hang in there. Like if you want to learn 3D, it's really fun when you actually like nail something. It's super rewarding when you, especially like when you look back at your own work, old work, and realize just how much of an improvement you made since the last video or whatever. Like, at least to me, that's super rewarding. But maybe I just love animation too much. Hello, Steve, and thank you. And good thing Derek's in the chat, he can answer all the technical mumbo jumbo. That's super appreciated, Box. You'll have to link me your next project whenever that comes out, if you don't mind. Like it. Hello, Teutonic Viking. How you doing? Okay, let's. Thank you, Ash. That's super kind of you. She's fucking leaning too much. Maybe if I do this. Yeah, faint smile. It's sadly going to take a little bit, but we're kind of working on it kind of passively in the background. So eventually, and hopefully, not within too long, I will have this video out. It's not a very long one, like, I don't know, like 50 to 1 minute, like 50 seconds to a minute or something, but This is starting to look decent. Found the stream while trying to find a music while listening to my own character in Blender. Oh, nice. What are you modeling? Or actually, we don't really have a modeler in our team, like we kind of wing everything. So, wink wink. Nah, I don't know. Send it your way. We're hoping to wrap down animation soon. A few shots at it entirely in Blender. Okay. Then good luck with that box. I can't wait to see it. Like I said, I really love when more WoW creators do 3D stuff. That's the problem. Okay. And then we do this. That should be it. Let's see here. Yeah, that's better. It's still a bit janky, but whatever. Yeah, sculpting requires so many things, like anatomy most of all is scary to me. But yeah. Just a character I got a big interest in fantasy and history, so I'm doing a knight with an aesthetic of stars and celestial stuff. Okay. I see. Well, good luck. Thank you, Joey. Means a lot. I always wanted to make a short animation in WoW, though my partner stole all the animation talents. I mean, it's kind of a collaborative effort, like you can do other stuff, like if you want to learn lighting or modeling or whatever, like... Yeah, tell me about it, Viking. Like, hands are... Ugh. In animation too, like, it's maybe just a personal thing, but hands... I fucking hate animating hands. Like, all the different finger positions and, like, to make it look natural, that's... Ugh. But it has to be done. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Okay, that's bad. Yeah, screw hands and feet. Thankfully, WoW feet are pretty fucking simple. Just fucking watching those videos of people sculpting characters for movies is really interesting. Yeah, I agree. Like the classic example of the guy sculpting like Venom or whatever, like using ZBrush, that's just fucking insane. And also people who like draw realistic faces in like, I don't know, the time lapse and you just see everything come to life. It's really incredible. I hope one day to be that good with animation. Yeah, of course, Abyss Now, I don't know. We're using Maya. Or I'm using Maya, but then we also use a whole bunch of other software for other stuff in our movies. I can list them if you want. Why don't I just do this? Save that. Cool. I envy having such a talented team. Yeah, I feel pretty lucky to have these guys with me. Like without them, I don't even know like where I would be, like what I would do. Like my machinimas or my animations would still probably look like Warbound, which is one of my older movies. Animation would be improved, but the lighting and everything else would be fucking crap. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Have you also been dipping your toes in 3D Abyss? Okay, well here we go. It's starting to look pretty good here, and it's only taken like an hour. By the way, Bumbo, I saw you also, like, for your Death Knight video. What was it called? The one with the Lich King and everything. Sorry, I kind of forgot, but I saw that you also talked to Zach Hade for the music. Did you happen to, contact him because of our videos? Yeah, the Spooky Brew one was really funny, really epic. I love that one. Okay, that's cool. Hey Bombowi, by the way, you've also kind of been a big inspiration for me. So just thought I would mention that. What the fuck? Fuck is this book doing? Something to do with that. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the culprit. Here we go. We've successfully made one arc. Sort of. We need to polish it a bit, of course, but also the face isn't done at all. Guys, give me like 1 minute. Just gonna get some water. So 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Let's see if we have someone here. Secret behind the scenes, indeed. Well, not very much to see here, just a very confused Blood Elf. wonder if I should stream more often. It's pretty fun to hang out with you guys. But again, I don't know how interesting this is to watch, but it's fun. Okay, now I'm gonna do a lazy and just copy some keyframes from before. Delete that, delete this. I see Master Vertex has entered the chat. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's... Hello Jungle Warfare, this is Maya 2022. I'm incorporating WoW Machinima into my videos. Really loved your stuff, so I wanted to take a look at software you use. Then I saw the price. Yeah, yeah, it's fucking expensive. I won't deny that. But if you want to like take on animation like for real, then it's definitely worth it. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I actually forgot. Yeah, Maya Indie is actually an alternative too, but like you can't really earn any money with that and stuff. But it's definitely like if you just want to get into it, then it's definitely a good option. That's too exaggerated. Yeah, that's good. Let's go on to the mouth. Let's try to create some jaw movement here. Still blocked. There we go. Some frames that look fucking weird here. Hey, Laurentium, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing good. Dislocated jaw. It's for the purposes of animation. Sadly, I have to dislocate her jaw. And that looks good. Like, it's barely noticeable, but you see it for like 1 or 2 frames that something is up here. Gives a little bit of drag effects. Thank you, Cult Tyrus. Clever name. Yeah. I hear Dragonflight is pretty good. Like, overall, it seems like the expansion people have been waiting for, but I'm not sure. Like, I haven't started it personally, but just because I've been so busy, like, with stuff. But seems like I have stuff to look forward to. But yeah, I'm glad you're having fun with Dragonflight. Okay, let's move on to the lips. Okay, nothing too major need to be done here, just some drag effect here too. Let's try to... Oh, they're still blocked. There we go. The Lawbringer Vertex Adric, and we're all here. Yeah, it's like a fucking party here now. I definitely feel you there, Maneki. Like, I've been playing Final Fantasy 2 it's a real good game. Like it does some things way better than Blizzard, but then Blizzard also does things way better than Final Fantasy. So it's kind of a tug of war between what game's better in certain aspects. Oh yeah, that kind of already works. Okay, that needs to be faster. Look, so you can see her upper teeth kind of emerge within like 1 or 2 frames here. It's kind of a organic feel to it, which was the intended purpose. Yeah, I agree with you there 100%, Maneki. Like the PvP is just unbeatable in WoW. And I do know they like tried something new in Endwalker when it comes to PvP in Final Fantasy, but I'm not really sure what that was or if it's any good. Let's see, is this better? But yeah, Final Fantasy is way more like, I would say, community friendly. Just social interactions and stuff. While World of Warcraft has more of the I don't want to say elitist mentality because I don't like that word, but yeah, it's kind of true. Like in my opinion, I'm just kind of burnt out on the game. I've been playing it since I was like 12 years old, like World of Warcraft. That is like, I felt super burnt out on it, I would say, honestly. But yeah, if Dragonflight is as good as people say, then maybe I'll return someday. Like, yeah, we'll see. Let's do some eye movements here. Oops. Played myself yet either with the concept. It sounded convincing. Maybe they were gonna improve it over time. Are you talking about Final Fantasy or World of Warcraft? Well, it feels like I'm just running and spamming. Yeah, I will definitely say Final Fantasy has some great dungeons. Also, again, the community is way more forgiving of mistakes, at least in my experience. Like, I had a friend who introduced it to me, and he had this group that was just willing to like teach me everything without like me feeling like an absolute noob. That should be enough for this arc. Went to Star Wars. Yeah, I tried Star Wars 2, like way back when it came out, but didn't really stick with me. I did think it was pretty cool that your character, like, if you make bad choices, it affects your character's appearance and stuff. That was pretty cool. And also I supposedly had a bunch of like jumping puzzles and stuff, but I didn't really come that far. Final Fantasy also has like an engaging story. To play the world expansion, it's hands down one. Yeah, completely agree. Like, hands down the best MMO for story. when I play WoW, I just click through everything. Sadly, I want to be interested, but I'm simply not, because I don't think they do it in a good way. The only real thing I really like about WoW storytelling is their like cinematics, and which they're like incorporated more in the recent expansions, like more in-game cinematics, and also the ones that are actually rendered in the game. Those are, oh, I love those. But yeah, the story in Final Fantasy is so good. Like, I especially loved Heavensward and Shadowbringers. Those are my favorite expansions in Final Fantasy. Especially when you fight a big dragon on a certain bridge. I don't want to spoil too much. Dragonflight brought me back long enough to level. I'm not sure the endgame is going to interest me at all. Yeah, that's kind of also what I'm afraid of. Like I'm kind of an alcoholic in World of Warcraft, and because I've never really liked the endgame, because it's kind of stale. At least to me. I don't like doing world quests and then do N+ and then do like PvP. Like, I don't know. I think I'm more of a community guy. Like, I like just hanging around. Like, that's good enough for me. I'm a filthy casual. How do I start doing 3D stuff, mate, please? Well, I would advise you to look up a tutorial. Find a specific thing you want to do in 3D, and just, like, in my experience, if you really want something, just do it and it will solve itself. That's basically it. WoW feels too fast if for Final Fantasy more timing in combos. When I come back to Dragonfly, I tried it mostly. I definitely agree to some extent with what you're saying, Mask, but I will still say that WoW's combat is unbeatable. I don't like the global cooldown in Final Fantasy, to be honest. But it's definitely have some flashy effects, and they're still like fun to press. So Final Fantasy does still have good combat, just WoW's better, in my opinion. Yeah, Endwalker really explored some cool concepts, I would say. But I don't know. Endwalker, Heavensward and Shadowbringers really struck with me for some reason. Do you think it's possible to rip models from Final Fantasy to do machinima there? Yeah, I'm sure it's possible. I've actually heard of a software, I can't remember what it's called anymore, but that you can like, it's essentially sort of like Model Viewer, but it's way more limited. I tried it once, but I found it very cumbersome, so I didn't really proceed. Plus, my hobby team doesn't really have the general interest for Final Fantasy stuff, so we're a WoW team after all. Yeah, that's fair, Abyss. That's probably how I would do it too. Yeah, the end game. It's I think World Quests were a really good thing when they were introduced, but they've gotten pretty stale over the years. Like they need something new. I don't know what it is, so I can't complain too much, but yeah, something new. Yeah, I know in Final Fantasy that rotations, like you don't really have that much downtime, but it's like in my experience, I've only played the Paladin, so I don't want to say too much, but I think the general rotations are always the same. There are no like procs and there are no like things that can make something different. Like it's always the 1, 2, 3 combo, at least in my experience. So that's what made it a little bit boring for me. And yes, Mask. It was kind of like a Lego builder, and that's why I didn't like it. Okay. Now to get depressed as the next arc is completely unmade. Or not touched, rather. Now she just turns and blinks, and then the shot is actually done. Okay, I can delete these two. I'm gonna check out Dragonfly in a couple of months until the pink glasses face us on it. Yeah, I feel you. That's kind of what I feel too. Like I don't want to start because the hype is always gonna be real at the start, and then the flaws emerge, and then that's what the real experience is about. Like people always say the next expansion is gonna be the savior of WoW, but yeah, maybe I'm sounding a bit pessimistic here, but it's just I played it for too long, so. One thing I would definitely hold WoW other than Final Fantasy excluding boring is race options. How many races are there even in Final Fantasy? I can't remember. Like, aren't there like at least 8? And then every race has like different sub races too. Like the Mikotes can be both like sun and moon cats, and then there's like the high and low lander for the Hyur or whatever they're called. I will say I do really prefer Final Fantasy's customization. I think the whole new MMO WoW killer thing is a thing of the past, honestly. That's like a 2008 to 2013 meme or something. I at least I haven't really heard it anywhere in a while. The only game I can think of that people have said that about is like Ashes of Creation, but even then I'm not really sure. I'm mostly a Mythic Plus player, and I can say it's really it's better than Shadowlands. Loot feels more frequent, which is what irked me about Shadowlands in the first place. Okay, well that's good. More loot to the people. I've heard that the dungeons are pretty difficult though. Is that correct? Sub races mostly change color options, but the boring part when they're just different flavors of humans. Yeah, that's true. I played a Melusen. I do think the cats, like the male version of the cats, I can't remember what they're called, but I do think they're pretty not inspired by cats. they're just humans with ears and a tail. For the female too, to be fair. At least the staff is bigger, so they're implementing the spell break studio into Bliss. Maybe they're... Oh, the spell break. Maybe they're going to produce way more content now within the expansion. Yeah, I did watch a Bellular video, and he... I think he pulled up some graph or something, and they've like added like many new people to each department of the WoW development team. So I hope they will be able to like create some really good stuff in the future. That's fine, Abyss. WoW for me is dependent on friends or playing, doing content. Yeah, same here. That's very true. Like I personally, I really crave social interactions when I play the game, and most of my friends are also like who play the game, and especially like my IRL friends. They're like either very into PvP and very into PvE, and I'm neither because I don't really have the time. So I don't really fit with any of those groups. So I don't really play that much because I want to hang out with them, but I can't really do that. Yeah, I've also heard about the new Riot MMO, though. It sounds pretty promising. But again, I don't want to say that it's a WoW killer. Such a funny phrase, honestly. Do you guys remember those old videos where they compared WoW to some new MMO that were coming out, and they were like putting out some really fucking epic music for the other game, and then when WoW came on, there was like some silly music just to deter people. That was a funny time. Yeah, thank you for hanging out, Janini. It was really fun to have you here in the stream. Spellbreak City was like 100 people. Yeah, that game was like a battle royale with magic, right? Like I tried it, but something irked me about it and I didn't like it. But it's good that WoW has taken on that team, because I really did like their like art style and the combat in theory. But in practical, I just didn't like it. Yeah, thanks for sticking around, Jagro. WoW versus Enter. Exactly, ages. It was so fucking funny. What was such a dedicated fan base? It won't matter if they will always return. Yeah, that is true, and it's probably true for me too. Like I will eventually return, whether I like it or not. Just right now I'm in a burnt out period of the game. And yes, if you have the opportunity to learn Blender, like there's literally no reason for you to go over to Maya and pay for it. Like you can create some really fucking amazing things in Blender, so you can stick to that. That's my advice, but you can of course do whatever you want. Like there are some really fucking good animations done with Blender. Yo, Thumbshire, how you doing? Good to see you here. It's been a while since I talked to you. What have you been up to? And yeah, Blender is more user-friendly, at least what I've heard. I haven't really tried it too much, but the animation, like interface and the graph editor and all the shortcuts for things are so obnoxious and they're so weird, and I don't know why anyone would design a 3D software like that, but hey. I don't know, maybe I'm just an old-timer. Wouldn't surprise me if Blender became the new industry standard. Like, it has so much user-developed content, and like there are like plugins for everything, or so I've heard. Let me disable the background. I don't even know why I have it enabled. And we go, much more easy to see things. Making simple models for VR chat in Blender is a godsend. I recently bought a VR headset, but I don't know. I think I would be tainted if I went into VR chat. Yeah, I saw that Thumbshare on Twitter that you're working on something. It's good to see that you're back to 3D. And I also saw the what's the YouTube channel called? I can't remember, but you made like an animation with what's it called? Damn, Jesus, Rathian, like a young Rathian. It was pretty cool. And I will say that your 3D skills have improved. This is at least from my perspective. Yeah, Viking, stay with Blender. It's probably for the best in the long run. They just care about functionality, nobody who really does. Ah, true. Oh yeah, I heard that Daedric made some VR chat models too. I think he made Whitemane from WoW, and had like a really cool like ability or whatever. I think you can have abilities in VR chat. Probably Andy. I mean, as you can tell, I haven't really worked much. I've just been chatting with people, but I don't know. I could have this. I could have it up, but I don't see. I don't really see the reason for it. Like, I've done one arc and failed 100 times before I made it look decent. So I don't know. I don't think it would be like a learning experience for you, to be honest. Hey, Relon. Oh, Rain. Oh, that's the name. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And I'm trying to get this video out, but it's gonna take a while. No, Whitemane is the Scarlet chick from the cathedral. Her name is Whitemane, right? One issue with University says that there is no adjustment for shape keys morphs. They plan on getting. Okay, well, yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like, Blender has been behind, but it's slowly been taking over as the industry standard, because all the features that are in Maya, for example, will eventually be in there. So it's definitely a good idea to learn Blender. Lost Code, I did give a hand with some of the videos sometimes. I think been trying to get magic point between quality. Quality not taking so long. Yeah. That's the fucking story of my life, man. Like, I've been trying to tell myself, like, whenever we try to make a new video that we don't want this to take too long, but they always end up taking fucking months. Thank you, Pilfer Pop. Yeah, one of the biggest turn-ons for like using Blender is that it's free. You don't need to pay, you don't need to crack anything, and you like it's super convenient. Go for it. Have her down a little bit, and that should maybe be it. If let's see how this looks. I guess one advice I can give for anyone who wants to start animating, especially like character models, is always make sure the hip movements is good, because if this looks bad, then everything else will look bad too. Like, try to create nice smooth arcs for the hip to move, for the hip to move, and it's a real good basis for like everything else in the animation. What am I doing here? I can delete this. Let's see what people have said. Could you keep it up for a couple of days if it won't be a problem for you? Can't watch now, sadly. We'll see. I don't want to make any promises. I don't really like to clutter my channel with VODs. I want my channel to be like 100% animation content, like videos, productions, not VODs. But we'll see. Yeah, that's also pretty true, Bombowi. Like, actually this video is a good example of that. Like, originally, like, without spoiling too much, this was just to be like a loop for Twitter, like when she's running with a backpack and this book. But then we randomly got like a brainstorming session and we expanded this, and now it's like a minute movie. Sure, a minute is not too much, but still, it was supposed to be a 4-second loop. Okay. See how this looks. Yeah, that's good. Just a little whoop. Is it hard to animate facial expressions? Depends on who you ask. I personally think it's one of the easier things to do, but I will say that you will need a good rig for it, and luckily I have Master Vertex to rig for me, and he's doing some really amazing stuff with this rig and for the face. But yeah, again, depends on who you ask. Some people struggle with it, some people don't. I don't. But it's not like I'm creating like Disney quality facial animation either. That is true, Thumbshare. Like if people really want to watch this, I don't know why they would love to, but maybe I could keep it up in an unlisted playlist. Yeah, Happy New Year, Andy. Yeah, I mean at this point we pretty much have like set this whole movie in stone. Like we made a whole like animatic and blocked out the movie, most of it at least. So I don't think we will be adding anything more. So it will be kept at like 50 to 1 minute, 50 seconds to 1 minute. In my opinion, Maneki, you can already create some AAA quality productions with animation in Blender. But I don't know how difficult that is, but it's always difficult to create good looking stuff, so. Yeah, I agree, Bombo. Like it's really the part when the whole thing comes to life. Like before I had this rig by Advanced Vertex, I dragged the bones that are inside the lips and like everything, and it all became just so unstable. So a good rig is really essential if you want to make animation like that looks good. Happy New Year, Severon. Oh, Sevoran. There we go. Now the hip movement is pretty good. We'll adjust it as we go. Yeah, you're probably right, Monique. I know too little about Blender to really know. Open a window, it's getting pretty warm here. It's better. Okay, moving on to the chests. That's way too early to have that. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see here. Definitely need some easing into that. Just a word of caution, Manik. Like Houdini is mostly a effects program. Like don't expect to do like animation and stuff for it. Like Maya or Blender is better in that case. Just in case you were wondering. Yeah, I agree. Iridian. animation layers is a fucking godsend. Especially when you want to like combine walk cycles with animation. Let's see what goes wrong here. Starts off good. Okay, the whole action is too slow actually, so I need to. Yeah, hopefully Iridian, like this is something that will eventually come up on YouTube. It's if you ask me, it's definitely one of my, or like our best ideas we've had, just in terms of like general filmmaking. So I'm pretty excited to get this one out, but we'll see when that is. Hey Krogal, how's it going, man? Thank you, Iridian, that means a lot. And yeah, Houdini is definitely the best VFX software. Like if you compare that to Maya, Maya is really bad, let's just say that. Okay, yeah, that's the issue. Working on a big film for myself with stuff doing the voice. Yeah, that's pretty much how I did before too. Like, but how long will your frame be? I was tickled to see some pivot stick figure animation for back in the day. We used to make resting mesh. Yeah, my YouTube name is actually inspired by Pivot Stick Figure Animator. If you didn't know. Because that was also the thing I started with back in like 2007 or 2006 or something. I think like if you go to my channel and like watch the oldest of the old videos, like you can see some pivots animations there. Yeah, Happy New Year, Kugal. But actually still too. I don't think we need more animation than this. It feels too floaty. Like it should stop right around here, or else it's just After this point, I will let the facial animation handle the rest. The rest of the body can be completely still, to be honest. If it's one thing I hate, then it's floaty animation. Let's see here. So at this point, we'll just gently ease into a still position and then delete the rest of the keyframes. Let's see how this looks. Oh, there's still a keyframe there. There we go. Not the... it has potential. Let's see. Do you guys prefer hand sculpting terrain or building it? I used to sculpt my own terrain, but then I realized I was kind of bad at it, so we went to just exporting stuff from the game. And but if we need to, we of course make some like adjustments to the terrain. Like if something is in the way, we just either delete it or like change the like sculpt it. Also saves a fuck ton of time. Oh, procedurally. No, we don't use any procedural stuff. At least when it comes to terrain building. Like all the effects is of course procedural. With some directing like for... yeah, some directing to it of course, but it's just procedural. Yeah. You're right, Sameki, I could do that, but... like all that matters to me is that the view in the actual camera render looks good. I really don't give I don't really care that much if it looks weird in the perspective view, and I think that's what most animators will tell you. But yeah, weight shift would probably be the right thing to do here. Use a lot of masking to blend terrain and paint it. What do you mean? There's something about this chest control here that's bothering me. Is it maybe if I go into the graph editor and okay, that kind of makes sense. I think this whole twist here is too much. Let's see how it looks. I think it's rotating too much, a little bit too much in this direction, and also this could also be toned down a little bit, just a tad. I remember hearing it in animation course in fall. Yeah, that's definitely true. I think I watched into some animation courses, and they would say the same thing to you. Like, let's see if we look from here. Like this isn't really a natural pose. Like she's leaning way too much forward here. But again, you don't see it in the camera view, so it doesn't matter. I use a base dirt layer and then use a mask node with a vertex brush. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I used to do that like in one of my videos called Gone Astray. I sculpted the whole terrain there myself. But yeah, I don't really like the result. That's better. Or not. Fuck. Something's bothering me. Is it the X? Is it the Y direction? Yeah, I think it is. Just pull this here. Thank you, Ridin. Yeah, I definitely used to make more edgy stuff before, but I don't think I will return to that anytime soon. But I don't know, some people like it, so maybe I will. Okay, that didn't look too good. Blender doesn't like it when I import terrain, viewport FPS tanks till I delete most of it. I'm sure there's a workaround for that though. It definitely has something to do with how you optimize the whole terrain import thing. So if you're good at like programming and scripting and stuff, then you can most surely optimize the terrain to make it like not suck. But yeah, that's a whole nother field. I think it's actually this polish that's bothering me here. Yeah, that's better. Do you know the Love, Death, Robots episode called Jibero? They talk about how tricky it is to animate because you literally see the entire body of two people interacting with it. I have seen some episodes of Love, Death, Robots, but I don't really recall that episode. And yeah, we have been we've been talking about making like a Blood Elf lo-fi type video, but we just never. Let's just say we would rather do other things. And that explains it. Starting to look pretty decent. Hello, Rasik. Yeah, I know that feeling, Box. One of the things you really need to learn, like as an animator or working in 3D in general, is just hit that save key as often as you can. do need a little bit of movement here. This entire episode. Hand keyed. Okay, I will need to look into. I will need to look into that episode, but I do like that series. Have you tried Blender? No, or yes, but that was a long time ago, and yeah, I'm just way too used to Maya at this point. No problem, Viking. What is this animation about? Do I tell or do I not spoil? That's the question. That looks good. Kind of hard to tell when the head is still acting up. Okay, that's that's how it's supposed to look. Yeah, and all WoW models sadly have huge hands, which is a pain in the ass as an animator. Because if you want to have like the hand on the face, it looks really stupid. Looks like a university student type thingy. Hello, Finny Artwork. Thanks for checking in. How are you? Okay, let's see. I need to go back to the previous arc. Let's see here. Okay, that's all I need to see. Yeah, the whole hand issue, it's something you need to discuss with Vertex. Like, of course I can just take this finger, for example, and just move it here, but it comes with its own issues here. Like, it's not really built for it. Like, and these are like humongous, so it's not just. And I'm not sure, we can't really scale the rig. That's not really something we can do with this rig for now. But we are looking into some options to make the hand a bit more naturally sized. That's good to hear, Finny. And yeah, I'm doing fine. Just randomly decided to stream because it's been a while since I did it last. I think it was like 5 years ago. But yeah. It's fun. What's her name? Her name is Resania. Me and my boy love your animation so much. That's really great to hear. And I really appreciate that. Thank you. We need to, in my study, we learn a bit to animate in Maya. It was so pain to make the spines. Do you mean rig or do you mean animate? How do you get the models from WoW and now to make the rig? Well, the way we export it is from a software called WoW Model Viewer, and I think that's like every creator has heard of that, like who has done anything with WoW. That's the basics of it, and then how to create the rig, that's not really my department. No scalable rig. Nah. It's hopefully coming sometime soon. I mean, we can scale the all anim, but that's pretty much it. I don't want to do it now in case it crashes. By the way, hi Sylvie. I saw your message, but I forgot to reply. How are you? Megan Fox. Thank you, Sir Int. Can I pronounce that? SR Intheend. Did I do it right? The rig, I don't know, we call it spine to animate it then. Okay. I see. Yeah, I'm not really the guy who makes the rig, so can't really tell, but I do know it's pretty complicated. Happy New Year, Dimitri. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard that. People are actually doing some fireworks outside. Okay, let me actually close the window. I don't think you guys need to hear that. This entire motion is too slow actually, so I need to speed it up. Alright, let's see the whole thing. Okay, it's not too bad. Yeah, let's keep it the way it is. It's more consistent with the other parts that way. It's pure animation and 2D and 3D. Oh, that's great. I also studied game art for like 3 years in a school, but I never did the artsy stuff. I was a scripter, but it wasn't really my thing. Is this a short animation or a long one? Well, it depends on what you consider short, but it's like 1 minute, so... No, guys, that's just fireworks. Don't worry. And I'm based in Sweden, not USA. Honestly, I don't know why they're doing fireworks this early. Thanks, Box. Yeah, I don't really know why people use fireworks like one day before early, like premature celebration, I guess, but like, why? No, I never, like, I may be, like Maluk, I may be kind of silent most of the time, but I'm always making animation. But I'm doing both hobby animation, which is this I'm working on right now, and then I also have my actual work animation that I'm doing 8 hours a day normally. So I don't really have that much time to do the hobby ones. Nämen, är det Vilgot? Vad händer? I kind of like the way the head moves, even though it's not really done at all. It looks so hectic. Thank you, Finny. Makes sense, Bomboy. And thanks, Malik. Can't wait to be done with it. Just not sure how long that will take. Probably a couple months. Really depends on how much I allocate to it. But it's not just animation, then we have to do all the lighting and the VFX and polishing work, and it's so much to do. But it's fun at the same time. Let's have a little arc here. Yeah, people just waste their firework the day before, so they don't have anything for the actual New Year's. What do you do and what do you work on? Do upload somewhere else? Can't really tell. I can't actually say anything about it. It's top secrets. But I can say that it will hopefully come out next year. And I'm super excited about it. It's basically a milestone in my career. And before you ask, no, it's nothing with Blizzard. But I will announce it when the time comes. So. Hey, welcome back, Didrik. You work in a studio from home, if you don't mind me asking. I'm working from home. I would like to work in a studio, though. It's freelance work, but it's quite a big project. Did you plan something big in future, like game, animation, movie series? That's something. Good question. I don't really know myself, to be honest. In one way, I just kind of take it as it comes, but of course I want to still like make sure I can live off of this, which I'm currently doing. So can't really answer that question. And Rasik, when it's out, it won't be on my channel. I can tell you that. It's too big for my channel. Do you plan corporations like with another animator with 3D artists make assets or so. I mean, I let stuff like that come naturally to me. Right now, we don't really have collaborators per se, but like if people reach out and they're like making really good stuff, and we have like in need of that particular thing, then we will work with them. Like that's happened once with a music composer named Zach Hade, and he's really fucking amazing. We're so blessed to have him worked on our videos. Like he's made the score for three of our latest videos. That's Manaban and The Final Touch, Judgments, and yeah, that's about it. Save the video. I love you. We'll see. Maybe I'll save it. Like I said before, I don't really like cluttering my channel with VODs of streams, because I don't really want people to see that on my channel. I just want people to see full quality productions. Yeah, thanks for hanging around, Maneki. It was great chatting with you. Have a good one. One of my dreams why I started to study was to make a game. I'm a hobby artist and I've made a lot of characters and stories that I want to share. Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. Like, the reason I started animating was because I wanted to do my own stories, basically. So I can definitely relate to you on that. Once also dreamed to work at Blizzard, but since I'm in Germany. Yeah, I get you. I mean, one of my dreams before was to work at Blizzard too, but that's not really the case anymore. But I wouldn't say no, but I'm not really aiming for that, let's just say that. Yeah, true, Daedric. Levitate too. You can just make a playlist of WODs like Beller has, but hide them from uploads. Huh. Yeah, true. Are you guys completely self-taught, or did you take any courses that you might recommend? Personally, I'm 100% self-taught. But that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, because I have missed out on a lot of like basics when it comes to animation that I feel that many people that are newer to animation than me do better, because they've actually learned it at a course, and I don't really know like the things I do wrong. I learn them kind of as I go. But they started as a hobby, and that's kind of the way I've always wanted to do it, like just my own thing. Yeah, that's I guess the best answer I can give you. Dream changing, but I guess the Warcraft series was a good story game before Activation. Yeah, for sure. I've always wanted to make my own series, but man, that's expensive as fuck. Yeah. Series as in like a Warcraft series, or do you mean your own, like, your own characters? Your own universe, rather. How long did animation take for you? Did you use deadlines, or did you just chill yourself on videos animation? Well, it's a little bit of both. Depends on what project I'm on. when I started out, I think I animated for like 2 weeks straight, and that's the result of that was my very first like animation piece called Letting Go. That was that was made completely from scratch in 2 weeks, which is actually insane compared to how long my animations take now, or our animations rather. But then there are times like now where I have so little time to do this like hobby stuff, so I just take a couple of hours a week to do this, and I don't really see the reason to stress myself out about it anymore. And to me, that's the best mindset personally, because then when you don't stress things out, you produce high quality content. Yeah, so we have some animators in the chat too, like Restic, we have Bowie, we have Finny. I think you've made some animations too, like, and yeah, that's cool. Okay, cool, Bowie. Like, what's it gonna be about? Like, isn't your Death Knight video like a part of it? Like the series you wanted to create? I made my own universe. I want to make big someday, but I need to be honest, some characters. Well, it's not wrong to have like characters based on something else. Like, I think that's everyone who has taken inspiration from something. Like, everyone who has created something great has always taken inspiration from something else. That's just the way it is. I mean, my inspiration are Blizzard and Disney, like from the get-go, and that's how I got started. And now I'm kind of just doing my own thing. Yeah, that's better. I do like that you've uploaded like all the animations to your YouTube channel, Bumbo. Like, it's a nice little collection of everything you've done, and I think you should definitely do it, because I think you are among the best like animators out there in WoW fandom. So definitely do it, I would say. You have my votes. Any tips for coming up with animation ideas or stories? Yeah, that's a tough one. Like, inspiration comes from so many places. Like, for me personally, it's when I'm inspired the most that I like come up with the best like story beats, and the inspiration comes like from everywhere. Personally, I feel the best, and I'm able to be inspired when I work out, or after I've worked out, because then my energies and like endorphins are like at peak performance. So I would definitely recommend some physical activity. Maybe not the answer you expected, but yeah, that's about it. Yeah, or Vertex's comment there is really good too. Like, do things that inspire you, and like everyday things can really give you plenty of material to create something from. Like, if you have a bad day, find a way to make that into a story in animation about someone who's having a bad day. That could be like a comedy, for example. Like, there are so many ways you can find inspiration. It's creating something totally new is kind of impossible. I want. Takes me surrounding inspiration, and that's great to see how it changed. Yeah. That's great to hear, Bowie. Like, I really, really hope that you do it. And I can't wait for whatever you produce. Yeah, that too. Like, music is one of the biggest, like, inspirations. Like, I can actually drag a little bit this shoulder. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that's better. Cool. What do you mean, Thumbshare? What's the curse? Do you mean the sequel for your Lich King movie? Yeah. If so, then yeah, I support that. Okay, I think we have a pretty good animation going here. Still not really happy with the head though. The whole thing is just rotating a little bit too much. Is it the pelvis? Yeah, it's the pelvis. Actually, no. I won't touch the pelvis anymore. Can't be arsed. We had a lot of good ideas come and gone. Yeah, that's so true. Like we have started so many projects but abandoned them like straight after because we realize how much work it is or whatever. Like we're 3 people but we still can't manage to make like a 5-minute movie because it's just so much work if we want to get it done. Like in the quality that we want it to be done in. What if I delete this keyframe instead? I like this better. I wonder if a little help tilt here would... Nah, fuck it. Chronicles... Fucking now I need to look it up. Bombo's Little Tales. If anyone in chat hasn't heard of this guy, he's really amazing. You should totally check him out. Yeah, Chronicles of G Downfall, that's it. Yeah, that was amazing. I need to brain one at a time. Yeah, definitely, I'm sure. Like so many ideas, so little time and resources to actualize them. Ooh, that's good. Perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, Iridian, that's so true. Like, proper planning is really essential, because if you don't plan things, there will most certainly be things that are not, like, you can't foresee things, and then you lose motivation because you didn't foresee it, and then there's so much you need to do, and you just lose the motivation. So yeah, planning is definitely so important. Had a big Revendreth film script as usual, much work needed. Need more voiceover for it, yeah. Yeah. Wish we could just have unlimited resources and just do everything we wanted. That would be great, huh? Nah, okay, let's not do that. I think I'm pretty happy with the head there. Just need to adjust the clavicles a little bit, and then the body animation is done for this. See how this looks. Okay, we don't need this key from here. Yeah, that's good. Let's keep it like this. So, acting wise, not counting the face, this shot is pretty much done. Here's how it looks. Not 100% polished, but yeah. I think the face animation will handle the rest. Let's see. When you were kids and played with plastic toys before falling asleep, but I still can't do that, although in my head. It's a great way to fall asleep and take your imagination while doing it. Yeah. Is that like a way for you to fall asleep, or do you mean like it's a way for you to get inspired? Either way, it's yeah, it's good. Did you have like a mascot of your channel or more? Sorry if I asked you twice, didn't got an answer. Oh, sorry that I missed your comments. I would probably try to do you in fan art. Oh, really? Wow. Well, I guess I do have my like WoW character, but we don't really have a mascot per se. But that would be like. I wouldn't pressure you to do it, but if you really want to, then I would of course not say no to it. Starting with the eyes as usual. Saw your content on Reddit, so I subbed and such. Okay, my content has spread to Reddit, that's cool to hear. Just got off WoW stuff, finish up some BGs, hit Keystone Masters today. Oh, grats, that's awesome. That's Assassin Rogue doing my only pugs. Wow, how was that experience, getting Keystone with only pugs? what FPS do you animate in 24, it's essential to have animation in 24 FPS. Like, you get these snappy movements. First of all, you don't need to render. Like, I see some creators do like 60 FPS things. It looks good, but personally I'm more of a 24 FPS fan because the animation looks more snappy, and also it's less for the computer to render overall. Finny, if you go into my channel, there's a video called fuck, what's it called? Give me 1 second. Damn, I even forgot my own videos. Let's see here. It is called Ending 2020 Right with Dynamite. There you have all 3 of our characters standing there in $1. Mine's the one on the most left, the undead, in like tier 4 sets. And that's the guy I also use for my YouTube profile picture. So go ahead and do something with that if you like. That's pretty much the closest thing I can give soon. But yeah, if you want, like, I can give you a Wowhead link of my character or something. I don't know. But only if you like comic/manga style. Some people don't like them, so like before. I mean, I love fucking mangas. I love anime. Like that style in general is so amazing. I died a little inside when I watched an old video rendering 60 FPS. I mean, have you guys ever seen like did you see like the Hobbit in the theaters when they came out? Like they were like rendered in 48 frames per second, and that just looks so bizarre to me. I was like, why did you make this random decision to double the frame rate? It just looked so strange. I used to animate in 24, but it switched to 30. To me, it's pretty much the same, I guess. But 24 is just like the standard, like movie FPS. I would say, like most movies are in 24, apart from The Hobbit. It was horrible, not that bad, but sometimes I come across some people that are not all that good. But I got it in the end, also Gilda Snow on heroic rating. Ooh, still no set piece. Oh. Yeah, there are definitely, I want to say some bad eggs in WoW, but that's an understatement because there are certainly many bad eggs in WoW, I would say. Okay, let me copy this blinking animation here again, because I'm lazy. Do I even need it? No, I don't actually need it here, but I do need it here. Sort of a slow blink. I can probably skip this. That's really appreciated, Finny, if you do this. If you need like a way to contact me, there's a mail on my YouTube channel, like in the about section. You can find the contact mail there. If you want to, you can just send a mail and I can reply to you there later. I always thought 60 FPS was standard and made sense. Just thought more better. Yeah, that's what I thought too before. I had no idea the prevailing wisdom was to use 24 FPS. After switching, I can't go back. Do you mean that you're switching to a 60, or do you mean that you switched to 24? when you say that you can't go back. A long time ago I started 30. I think actually my Warbound movie, my Despair and Letting Go are all rendered in 32. But that was before I had like any movie knowledge at all, I would say. Now I can make you all a gift for making such amazing stuff. Wow, you're so kind. Thank you. Yeah, the project I'm working on right now is also rendered in 25 FPS actually. Also, I know I just got it, but I gotta go. It's nearly 11 PM. Okay, that's too bad. Well, thank you. Thank you for hanging around, Vendettam. And hopefully I'll get this out soon. I don't know about the Albert, but some time ago I was watching Lord of the Rings with my friends and I had Blu-ray really high. There's a Lord of the Rings that it's like with a high FPS one. I didn't know that. But yeah, either way, like that should be illegal to produce movies in 60. Would I mail you then, or is Twitter an option or two or so? I'm not sure if I keep my Twitter DMs open. I would assume that's the default option. I don't know, but you can mail this. I'll write it in the chat for you. Okay, you can't add people in this chat apparently. That's the mail thing. I just wrote it in the chat. If you want to mail there, that would be the best option. Okay, good thing you switched to 24. Low FPS reason room for the brain to fill in some of the magic. Yeah, 100% truth. This is also a stylization that has lower detail. Yeah, it's like 10 to midnight over here too. I'm not sure how long I'll stream. I mean, it's really fun, but I do have to sleep. I'll go on for a little bit longer. Hi, please save the stream recording. I really want to review it. Okay, we have like 3-4 persons now that want to see it. Yeah, I'll take the advice someone gave about just creating a playlist of VODs, and we'll see. Thank you, Eisenstahl. Makes me happy to hear, and it's always really motivating when I get such comments. Even though I pretty much just talked through the whole stream. Oh, that's 2 closed eyelids. Something weird is happening here. I need to enable the terrain for a little bit to see how the camera moves here. Okay, something is definitely weirder. I'm gonna need to polish this. I guess I can do this and just try this, and then also set it to set this to linear so it doesn't really come to a halt. Should be good. Let's see how this looks. That's already better. That would be cool. I've been taking notes in a Google Doc. Okay, well then I will definitely do it. concept artist, but I'm too shy to even try it. But being a hobby artist, doing some normal service job and try to create something cool out of nowhere. Do it. Really, just do it. I mean, it sounds pretty cliche to just say do it, but that's really all there is to it. Just dip your toes in it and see how it feels. Like, that's the only way you can know, right? So, just do it. I mean, personally, like me starting to stream today, I was pretty nervous about it, but I kind of just did it, and it's been a real fucking great experience. So, it's when you're scared that you should just jump in. My favorite was you doing Arthur's justice in that cinematic. Thank you. It was really a fun experience to try to recreate something that many people love, and I hope I did it justice. I don't really like to be the judge of my own videos, but yeah. Are you and your team childhood friends, or did this came up over time? Yeah, Masterverse is basically just summarize it. Me and him met in 2015, and Daedric had joined in 2020, I guess. Toe dipping is key. Totally. One of the best things in when you are able to figure out how to solve a problem in animation, video editing. Yeah, definitely. One of the things that has scared me the most personally are like walk cycles. I've always hated doing walk cycles, but now I've become decently good at them. So that was definitely a challenge I was super happy with, like, overcoming. And it's basically only because I didn't like want to confront it. But now that I've done so, I totally love that I did it. Hello, Thasala. Welcome. Yeah, I'll try it sometimes. First I would do a portfolio. I never had one. That maybe. I mean, a portfolio is a pretty important thing. But don't let the lack of a portfolio hinder you from trying. Move on to the browse. What program do you use right now? It's Maya 2022. Cinnamon Bun. Why do I recognize that name? Cinnamon Bun. Do you play Final Fantasy by any chance? Yeah, Vertex pretty much just summarized what tools we used. Good old Wi-Fi 2X, yeah. That's like A&O to making like up-resting stuff, but some vanilla models, or vanilla textures rather, like this robe, it's just so fucking terrible. So Wi-Fi doesn't really help it that much. But this is just a temporary outfit. We're gonna make her look different. you gotta make more streams. I mean, if the people want it, I would be down. It's proven to me tonight that it's been a really good experience. Like I've been loving it. Wait, am I not targeting this eyebrow? Okay, let me just poof. Let's see, where are the eye? Okay, that's a good one. Let's see how this looks. The eyebrow is kind of intersecting the mesh here. Vertex, you gotta fix this later. Then we take the inner ones and just have them tiny, tiny, tiny up here. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, let's see. Cinnamon. Okay. Well, that's fair. Cinnamon. I knew someone who was named like Cinnamon Bun, blah 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 something. So that's why I thought that might have been you. But yeah, maybe the pastry is just really popular. My is so nice when we learn many 3D Spectrum. Yeah, Maya is definitely a good program, or like software for making. It's industry standard for a reason. But it's also hella expensive. May I stream when your team is invited in a TeamSpeak call or so? Yeah, maybe. I don't see a reason not to. It's the more the merrier, I guess. I'm an animation student. It's awesome artists like you that made pursue the path because oh, that's amazing to hear. Like, one of the biggest compliments is when people say that it's inspiring enough to make them choose it as their path. Like, it can't really become a bigger compliment than that, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you. One second, guys. I need to go to the restroom real quick. One second. Okay, okay, okay. Actually, 1 second. Sorry. Okay, had to let in my Kit Kat. Oh, the music stopped. Let me just put that back on. There we go. Alright, let's see what... I showed you guys videos to my classmates, they were mind blown. Wow. It's truly surreal. Your last video with the Rogue versus the Pal is just mind blowing. Yeah, that's definitely one of the like videos we're the most proud of. Like, it's one of our first like real action pieces, I guess. But now that I look back at it, there are things that I would be doing like so much difference. But yeah, it's great for what it is. Have you guys ever thought of using Anibot Super Atom? It helps. I haven't really heard of Anibot. What's that? I'm a bit. That's about my try. If you missed something, I can't really understand your comment there, Finny. Okay, I'm gonna finish this scene up a little bit and then I think I'm gonna call it. I'm just gonna polish this a tiny bit more. How long have I even been streaming? Like since almost 3 hours? Yeah, something like that. Animation 2 for Maya, that is super. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Maybe it could help me too. It's always great with new like add-ons and plugins and stuff. Okay. I can just. It's a little bit too. Yeah, that's pretty good. Sevron, previous thing is pretty much like if you have a concept for a movie, that you create some really bad animation, but you create that animation just to get the idea out there, like to see if the whole thing works. Pretty much, that's what previous is. Like to get the idea out there in the most basic form. I would like to learn much more, but I need a mentor for it because I have trouble learning on my own many times. And when you pause, stop, study, you haven't really. Yeah, I understand what you mean, Finny. A mentor can definitely help. been many times that I've been stuck too and felt like giving up, but somehow I just came back to it. Sadly, you have to pay, but use the trial version to see if you like it and if it's worth it for you. Okay, I'm gonna look it up for sure. Sorry if this has been asked before, but are you guys self-taught? I've always wondered since everything looks so professional. I am, but not Daedric and Master Vertex. Of course, I've watched some tutorials here and there. It's like I'm not completely self-taught, but yeah. I haven't really gone to a school, if that's kind of what you're asking, which I presume it is. It's just my way of... Because this originally started as a hobby and I kind of wanted to keep it that way. So I didn't really want to concern myself too much with looking up schools and courses and stuff. I just wanted to make something, you know. My only 3D animation was the little chessboard thing with a black king that's so beautiful. White queen jumps to the end and then he gets snapped by the queen's checkmate. Oh, that's a pretty clever one. Is it still available somewhere? I would love to see that. Doing these animations for a while, have you guys gotten faster with the workflow, you think? Yes and no. You're faster at animating, like at that level that you're like animating at the time, but as you improve, you realize that there's so much to learn, and you start to learn, and that therefore it goes slower. So you're getting better and faster, but there's so much new info out there that you want to learn, so it goes slower, essentially. And we're always kind of developing our pipeline, so that takes a bunch of time too. Okay, thanks for hanging out, Severon. It was really fun having you here. I've seen some seriously excellent artists that are actually self-taught. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, you shouldn't really need a school or something to do what you want to do. Because if you really want to do it, you can just... I don't know, you can just do it. Like, it obviously doesn't apply to like being a doctor or whatever, but like artistry, I would say, is better when expressed through your own mind, and not someone telling you how to do your art. But yeah, it's just my opinion. Is it okay? So send a link here. Yeah, sure, just send it. I don't know if YouTube has like an auto block links thing, but try to. Thank you for the creative team. Thank you for being here. It's I really didn't expect to get over 30 people. Yo, Ante, what's happened? What's going on? Would you recommend any videos to learn animation? Well, because I'm self-taught, I can't really recommend any. But there are plenty of stuff on YouTube nowadays. You can probably find something like animation basics. Red Ace of Spades, are you leaving? Well, in that case, thanks for hanging out. Look forward to the team project coming up. Yeah, me too. It's just gonna take a while. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Bombo. It was really great having you here too. Yeah, self-taught surgeon isn't the best thing, you know. But apparently, I've heard, I watch a doctor on YouTube called Dr. Mike, and He says that a lot of doctors watch his YouTube videos before surgery to get reminded of how to do certain things, which is really odd to me, but I guess I mean, it's worked so far, I guess, so why not? Rosanna is actually my sister. It's cool to have her here too. Hello Rasmus. Yes, jag am svensk. Let's see here if I can just finish his mouth up before I end the stream. It's still blocked. Let's see here. I don't think we need anything fancy here. She can just close her mouth. Pretty standard. Ooh, that's actually pretty good that it closes here and then it slowly opens again. It's not sure what I think that about being completely stationary here. Did you send any link, Finny? I can't see anything, so it must have been like a YouTube blocking thing. Thanks for hanging out, Box. And or Jack. Okay, let's have it like that, and then we take the lips and do the same thing, and that should be it. Have you wanted to learn this, to do this for years? Would love to be willing to create beat it because I love your work. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. I mean, you can probably find some way to do it. Like, it's with all the information out there on YouTube these days. Like, it's pretty easy to get started, I would say. So give it a shot. Just try it out. Thanks, Cinnamon. It was fun having you here. And I mean, I would love to stream more in the future, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see what I do. Jag är från Stockholm. Så Göteborg. Kan den gissningen få? Big thank you for the stream. It was so much fun talking all those topics. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I had a blast today. Like, we talked about so many things, and I honestly didn't expect this much to happen, but I'm really happy it did. Like, you guys have been really great too. And I've actually I've actually completed a shot too. Or sorta. I'm gonna do a little bit of polishing off stream, but this is essentially done. Sent the link twice, by the way. Yeah, Finny, it's probably the whole like YouTube doesn't like links thing. So, you know what? If you still have that mail, just send it there, and I'll watch it later. Just tune into the stream. This is Maya. Autodesk Maya. (2022). You're gonna have a blast performing an open heart surgery on yourself. Yeah, right? How difficult can it be? It's just a heart after all. Okay, let's see, is there anything else I can do? Because I do kind of need to go, but at the same time I don't want to go. You still play the game? Not currently, no. I basically quit in patch 9.1 in the Shadowlands because I don't really... I've fallen out of love with the game. Not to sound dramatic, but yeah, that's pretty much how it is. I've been playing it since I was 12, so I think I played it enough. But yeah, people say Dragonflight is pretty good, so maybe I'll return to it. Fuck is that comment? I need to learn this whole streaming thing better. How can I delete a comment? Oh, there it is. It was pretty easy. There. Poof. Gone. Please be nice. It was my first and only 3D animation. We had to do 2D animation in Photoshop. Yeah, of course. I mean, we all start somewhere. Like, you should have seen my first animation. Jesus. Yeah, I'm definitely not really happy with what they did to Arthas either. Like, out of all the characters they could have done something cool with in Shadowlands, he should have been one. But at the same time, it's a bit of a it's a bit of a fragile line, because you don't really want to upset with the fans, like by having him coming back or whatever. That's a really risky move. So I think they went with a safe route and didn't even have him say anything. He's just a blue fart. But I must say though that Uther cinematic at the beginning of Shadowlands was really fucking amazing. I couldn't like sleep for 2 days because of how much I fanboyed it. Okay, great, Finn. I'll check it out later, and I'll tell you what I think. Yeah, same here, Eisenstahl. Like, I would have rather have them not like have Arthas tied with Shadowlands like at all, rather than what they did to him now. Yeah, I'm definitely more interested in Classic. I did play, I literally no-lifed the shit out of Lich King when it came out as Classic. For like 3 weeks straight. But then I kind of realized I can't keep doing this forever, because my other areas in life was like starting to fall apart, so I kind of quit. But yeah, Classic is way more like my cup of tea. I don't know, it's just something with the whole slower pace of the whole game that's just so much more fun, enjoyable for me to play. And sure, it like all dungeons and stuff were pretty easy because it's like 12-year-old content or whatever, if not even more. But it was still more enjoyable than tryharding in Mythic Plus, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm talking about the Shadowlands cinematic where with Uther, like you see what happens to him after Arthas kills him and stuff. Yeah, Finny, that's pretty much what I was hoping for too. Like something Arthas could have said, but nope. Apparently not. Apparently that's too hard to do. I've actually heard of Turtle WoW too. I did try it, but I got to like level 7 on my Hunter, and then I died. And I was playing Iron Man, so I didn't continue after that. But I found a pretty cool city near the port of Durotar. There was a name like Sparkle Water or something. It was pretty cool, like custom content. Too bad they moved BC runs. Yeah, I mean, wasn't that the whole point of Classic? To just preserve? And now they just straight up removed it after it has run its course. But at the same time though, I kind of understand. Like, people want either Classic, like Vanilla Classic, or Lich King. I don't think TBC was as popular as those two. Yeah, Turtle WoW Iron Man didn't really go so good. Died at level 7. I'm not the best player. This seems to be an unpopular opinion, but I wish Garrosh had more story in Shadowlands. Yeah, I thought he would get more story too when we saw him in the Revendreth cinematic. Like, I thought he was gonna get at least some spotlight, but he got a little bit of a better ending than Arthas, I would say, but still not really enough. And fun fact, we did try to remaster that too at one point, but then we didn't really feel like it, so we quit. I hope Blizz pretends Shadowlands never happened. Yeah, I think that's what they're kind of going for. They show us Arthur's No Sorry talk. I was mad about it because, yeah, I mean, the whole fan base was essentially just waiting for the whole moment at the end when they finally saw Arthas, and then that's just happened. And on top of that, the whole Jailer death cinematics, where it's like, oh, I'm only trying to do this for the greater good or whatever. That's just, that's kind of what killed WoW for me, to be honest. Yeah, they could have probably kept Wanderers, so TBC runs up. I play on Twisting Nether and Kazakh, Rasmus. But again, I'm not really active, I don't even play the game right now, so... If I do return to the game, I'm thinking of trying a more casual approach in the way that I'm going to try Argent Dawn. Strange as that might sound, but I'm not sure. Is it really as weird as people say? You think they will do classic Draenor? I don't see what the whole marketing department would think of that. Like, what what the hell? I'm not sure. I mean, again, it's difficult to tell. I imagine if they do, they're completely redoing some stuff. Like, because there is so much content in that expansion that didn't come out because of time limitations or whatever. So, yeah, if they do it, they should probably re-release it with all the content that was promised before it came out. After playing the Lich, I stopped playing the Lich King. I don't know, they only follow lore cinematics. Yeah, that's a good time to stop, I would say, Finne. Or maybe Mists of Pandaria is a pretty good expansion too, but Lich King is definitely peak WoW, in my opinion. Yeah, Azran, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what I feel too, Box. Just adding some cut content. Especially like the main city of Karabor, like for the Alliance, and Bladespire Citadel for the Horde. I mean, the fact that we only sat in our garrisons for the entire expansion isn't really, yeah, isn't the best. And honestly, they would need to rework the garrisons to not be as prominent for me to play WoD 2, because it was cool at first for the first tune you played, but even then it got pretty stale pretty fast. And yeah, Master Vertic's right, this character is actually on Argent Dawn, and I think she last logged out near Goldshire. One thing I really liked was the love story between Lor'themar and Thalyssra. Was that in WoD? No, it can't have been. Thalyssra didn't really have a role until Legion. But what time frame are you talking about there, Finny? Yeah, definitely. WoD Shattrath, if that comes out, like with WoD Classic, that would be the fucking dream. Did they release any like Arkandun content? I can't remember. I pretty much skipped the whole of Draenor 2. Godnatt, Rose. I wonder how Reforged Warcraft 3 will be. Do we really want to go there? Like, I'm pretty sure they would just do an equally terrible job. Yeah, I know that Lor'themar and Thalyssra are married now, but when did that happen? I think I missed that story bit in the game. Yeah, that could be something. Mastermind. Another timeline. One with the content actually being there. Oh, the book is actually... Oh, that's not even... Let me just do this quick. There's a quest line where they both argue about the relationship and... Oh wow, okay. Well, I haven't played Dragonflight, like I said, so I don't really know too much about that. Okay, this book needs to do this. And that's gonna have to do it for the book, like doesn't look too great, but in the viewport, like, it looks good. I read that they use Normodder to re-reforge. It was kind of, yeah, basically charged full price for a game that's worse than the state it was out in 20 years ago. This is a cake mage. What is it going to conjure next? Well, we'll wait and find out. Just wait a couple of months or whatever it's gonna take. Jack of all trades. Yeah, that's essentially the whole gist of this character. That too, mastermind, reusing characters. Especially important when you don't really have that much time to put into hobby work. What's this project about? Secret? Yeah, it's a secret. So I can't say, sadly. But I don't mind really streaming it because you don't really know the context of it. Probably skip a frame here. Let's skip that one. Just yeah, that's better. Just changing minor stuff at this point. Oh, you're leaving, Finny? Well, okay. Well, it was great having you. Thank you for being here and talking so much. This is releasing Warden Transmog soon. It would be so cool to see an animating Warden from you at some points. Definitely possible, I would say. Like, it's we're always up for like all sorts of concepts, I guess. It all just boils down to how much, like, what's worth creating. Like, do we like the idea? Do we consider it original? Like, something we strive the most for is to not just do something someone else has done. We don't want to be in someone's shadow, essentially. Just want to do our own stuff. But yeah, we can definitely create more fighting movies. Hello, Minute. Damn, Krogo. You deserve a bonk. good. It's like the animators and creators doing kind of flesh out things that maybe don't get much attention from this. Pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. We haven't really been very like recognized by Blizzard, I would say, but that's fine. Don't really do it for them. This whole thing lasts a little bit too long. Actually, no, it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, fighting scenes is definitely still really difficult to do. Like, there's so much body mechanics to it, so you need to like know how the body works. And I'm by no means a pro at it either. But I'm sure you could do it. Oh no, Daedric has to come back. Since I'm pretty much done, I'm gonna increase this view and just play it. So that's the result of today's work. From what I've seen, your work looks better than a lot of the in-game cutscenes. You really think so? Huh. Well, that's a huge compliment, thanks. I remember a time when Achievements made it like every day and levels everywhere. It's different now. Yeah, there's definitely truth to it, to that. Like the Oxhorn days, for example, those were really good days of Machinima. I love Oxhorn and I also love Tales of the Past. And then Nixum is also a pretty big inspiration, like for creating Machinima overall. Might need to adjust the timings a bit. Every action happens like the same distance from each other. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like I need to vary it up a bit, but that's something for later. Like you don't want the animation to become predictable, and that's when it loses its touch. Illegal Danish is what you're referring to, Rasmus. It's super good. I love that too. Yeah, Nim was good too. Okay, I'm gonna save this and then I think I'm gonna round up the stream here. It's been a good 3.5 hours. Oh, let me actually enable the terrain first so you can see it in its full glory, I guess. Yeah, I love Nim. I love his videos. such a creative way of making WoW Machinima. Like this was like in 2007, 8 or whatever. Like it's. Oh, Charm, I didn't know you were here. Great to see you. And thanks for sticking around. Yeah, all the fucking all the fucking rap videos, like Nim GG, what's it called, Abandon Nation, and a bunch of other guys. Also a big inspiration for my own like fucking yeah. I mean, I could do some more streams in the future. I just don't want to make them too frequent, but yeah, definitely for sure. Okay, well I'm gonna quit it here. Yeah, Charm has an amazing voice. I agree. I actually did a little animation for her, like a couple of years ago, like 1 or 2. It was really fun animating to her voice. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for sticking around, everyone. It's been a real blast, to be honest, and I definitely will consider doing this more in the future. All right. Well, thanks for sticking around, guys. And until next time, bye bye.